Hi there, Dr. Carmen McGuinness here. In this video, we're going to talk about dad and his daughter, and daughters and their dads. This video is for anyone, any girl who is fathered by a dad, any woman who is co-parenting with a dad, whether you are still married or not, and any dad who is fathering a child. Stay tuned. Hi there, Dr. Carmen McGuinness back with you. So today we're going to talk about dads and their daughters. Three things that I think are not in common knowledge about that unique relationship between the father and the daughter. And I'm going to address all three in some detail. The first is the importance that fathers in particular listen carefully and respect what their daughters say so that their daughters feel seen. Yes, all of us learn that we are on the planet, that we are separate to the cosmos, that we do exist in infancy from that unique parent-child looking back and forth, interreacting to one another. Baby coos, mommy coos back. Baby says, mama. Daddy says, oh, she said mama. And before you know it, she's saying dada, etc. But there's a particular importance in that father-daughter relationship in this. When dad sees her, she sees how men see her. This is critically important. It has to be a loving, close, respectful bond that is equal to the boys and the men that dad sees and the other people that dad sees. This is what that little girl needs to grow up with in order to feel seen and recognized by men. It is, in fact, when this horribly goes wrong and the daughter doesn't experience this from her father growing up, that she possibly falls victim to being the attention seeker. Or another scenario is that she avoids men and avoids relationships with men. So that's number one. Number two, and this one pertains to perhaps a little bit older of a child, toddler and beyond. In your interactions with your daughter, you are training her in what to be good at who to be good at when she interacts with men in her adulthood. If you are, for instance, a perfect, loving father who is present for her all the time, that's what she's going to be good at. So that's what she'll attract into her life because she's good at men like that. She's good at men who are present and equal to her and look her in the eye and tell her she's beautiful and expect her respect as well, but also give it to her. That's what you're training her to do. If, however, on the other hand, you train her to grasp for your attention because you're more of a drive-by father, you might leave things up to mother more, or you just might be too darn busy in general to sit down and spend time with her and to be with her, then she is going to become adept at emotionally unavailable men. And unfortunately, that is what she will attract in her life. And that's just one example. So that's number two. Number three, this is kind of a jump off of number two. In number two, we talked about how you're training her what to be good at. But in number three, really what you're doing is you're training her who she's going to be with through her expectations. If she has been hollered at, spoken to sternly, and threatened, she will expect that men in her life, in her adult relationships, will be similar to that. Another scenario is that she will avoid relationships with men entirely and keep to herself more, or possibly act out in relationships so that she can avoid that kind of interaction. She'll be the boss of the relationship, for instance, so that she keeps him in his place from the beginning. These are all scenarios that we see in clinical circumstances with clients who have been treated rather roughly in their childhood. The most common one is that they are battered women in adulthood. So hopefully for those of you who are not dads yet, this hasn't frightened you away from being the father someday of a beautiful baby girl. And when you are, and if you already are, I hope that you will treat your daughter with the kindness and the love and the respect that all women deserve. That unique relationship between father and daughter is what will guide her way going forward. You are training your daughter how to be an adult woman with an adult man in the future. That is an important task. I hope you have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you Wednesday for our midweek sneak peek. Until then, be happy, be peaceful, and be kind to your children, daughters and sons. See you soon.